Was it written in the stars? The night Lynette Hooker disappeared. At 7:30 p.m. near Elbow Cay, Libra was rising at 16 degrees on the ascendant, making Venus the ruler of the chart. Venus represents Lynette, and at that moment, Venus was in Taurus, placed in the seventh house of the partner, Brian. This immediately ties Lynette's energy directly to him, placing both of them in the same story at the same moment. Now, the seventh house cusp falls in Aries, ruled by Mars, which represents Brian in this chart, and Mars is in Pisces. And this is where the story begins to shift. Because Venus and Mars, the two key players, are in a semi-square to each other, this is not harmony. This is tension, friction, something unresolved between them, and it goes deeper. Venus in Taurus forms a square to Pluto in Aquarius in the fourth house of private matters. What is hidden, what happens behind closed doors. Pluto brings power struggles, control, and manipulation, and when Venus is involved, this can point to conflict within the relationship itself. Now look at Mars, which represents Brian, which is in Pisces. Pisces can blur reality. It can indicate confusion, secrets, altered states, and intoxication. And Mars is tied directly to Neptune energy, amplifying that same theme. This is not clear-grounded action. This is something obscured, something difficult to see. At the same time, Mars forms a sextile to Uranus in Taurus, connected to the eighth house, the house of sudden events, transformation, and death. Uranus brings the unexpected, the sudden, the moment that everything changes. Now let's look at the moon, which co-rules Lynette. The moon is in Scorpio, a sign deeply connected to transformation, crisis, and shared resources, and it's placed in the second house, bringing in themes of value, possessions, even control. The sun in Aries is co-ruling Brian and forms an inconjunct to the moon. This is a disconnect, a sudden destabilizing interaction, something that doesn't align, forcing an adjustment, often through an event. And the Scorpion moon forms a tense aspect to the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in Aries, again, ruled by Mars. This ties Lynette's energy directly back to Ryan through pressure, restriction, and confusion. Now, the fourth house, the end of the matter, is ruled by Capricorn and Saturn. Saturn always brings finality, outcome, what cannot be undone. But there's something else here. There's also a water trine flowing between Jupiter at the midheaven in Cancer, the Scorpio moon, and Mercury in Pisces. Water connects, it carries, it moves things, often beyond control. And with Jupiter elevated at the midheaven, this event becomes visible, known, and brought into the eyes of the public. So what does this chart show? Not conclusions, but patterns. Tension between two people, confusion surrounding actions, and a sudden event. The question is, was this simply an accident carried by the current? Or was there already something building beneath the surface before that moment in time?